It's the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and the Ball State Cardinals. Reese Davis along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Cardinals will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on the, he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for the squad.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Runs for the tackle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Hilltoppers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He's got it again. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Complete in the middle.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The run inside. It's Parrish. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. So Ball State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Horton.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Looking to throw, it's Atkins. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Thacker. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21, it's first down. On the ground, it's Horton. Might have a chance. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. Could not make his way to the corner. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's a heat, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. This time working from much better field position than their first possession. Looking for a man, it's Atkins. Here's the pressure. It's complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Running inside, it's Horton. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He'll try it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense, ready to start this drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the left. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got a man. It's Claiborne. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the grab. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Toppers! First score of the game goes up.
Finally, somebody's able to get on the board. This game was sending offensive football back to the 1930s. Great job of executing. I know this is a defensive stalemate. I don't know how many points we're going to see in the second half. Guys, that touchdown, that might be all they need based on what we've seen here in the first half.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The run inside. It's Horton. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 11 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Longhorns with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Young. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release on the RPO. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Atkins. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Quickly out to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Unloads it left. Open on the left side, it's Smith. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Hilltoppers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside, it's Parrish. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Smith with the grab over the middle. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Atkins. Got his man on the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Hoover. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Horton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Touchdown, Cardinals! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. The Cardinals with a counter punch. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Rush is on him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point in the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation, backed up, close to their own end zone.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. He'll pull it down. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll move the tight end. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Atkins. Sets up the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Both of these teams off to slow starts this season, desperately needing a victory, and they've got the closing minutes to try to pull it out. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
They kick it away on fourth down. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Parrish. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking for space, it's Parrish. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
The Hilltoppers will have it first and 10. Running inside, it's Parrish.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Keeps it on the option, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in, got that sucker to the ground.
Snap from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. The run to the left. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And the Hilltoppers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Turning it on. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
The run inside. It's Parrish. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
It's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
Big time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Scanning the field, it's Atkins. Here's a throw downfield late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play?